second. I produced a horror flick called Would You Rather that did very well in iTunes, and I'm producing something right now, working with Deborah Granite, who directed Winter's Bone, and starring Felicia Pearson, who played the character Snoop. So you just gotta, you gotta do what we always learned to do coming up in New York. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle. You gotta get the grind out.
Who are some of the actors that you, whose work, your contemporaries, who you're like, okay, I like his work, I like his work. Whose work out there do you like?
There's a lot. It was just great. Back in the day when we would, we couldn't really count on one hand that many actors that we kind of really inspired and looked up to. Now, Don Cheadle is one of my favorites. I used to call myself, or was trying to, brand myself as the Don Cheadle on the small screen, and then Don Cheadle took a job on the small screen and fucked that up for me. So he's one that I find fantastic, of course. Jeffrey Wright, he's a beast. Javier Bardem, how do you say his name? Javier? That crazy dude,
Yeah, but I don't know.
You got Ben Kingsley, who looks like he can do everything, You got Jeffrey Rush. You got Denzel is still the metadon of being able to, carry films. Wesley Snipes is back out, so I'm looking forward to him.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's a great actor that just fell into trouble time.
Do you see yourself as a character actor, a lead actor, or do you see yourself as both?
I saw myself as the sex symbol on The Wire. I always see myself as the leading man. It doesn't matter how I see myself. But no, I'm a character actor. I really take pride in, really engaged in jumping into a character and really bringing that character to life. And I hope I can show more range and bounce from different character to different character. Like, someone like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Right.
Who, he's like that perfect blend. He's a leading actor because he plays characters really, really well. So that's what I would consider myself. I would consider myself a leading man who plays characters very, very well. I need one love scene. That's what I need. That's how you believe, in the Hollywood game. I need one licking the part.
What's your approach to acting? I know it's a corny.
I don't know.
I know it's corny, but I don't mean that because. Okay. But let me just tell you why I'm asking you that, because when I see your work, I see a lot of honesty, and I think that's what's lacking in a lot of performances that I see. I don't find them very honest.
Okay.
But you always seem to find the truth of the character, and you bring so much depth and vulnerability and strength, and so where is that you? Where does that come from?
Well, yeah, I guess I would say there's a large percent of it. And I don't want to be, I don't want to come across cocky or just braggadocious, or I don't even know if that's the right word. But yeah, I'm an honest person, and I don't.
That you are.
I am. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I don't have no filter.
No.
And
it makes for awkward social moments.
It does. But it makes for fantastic.
But it makes for fantastic acting.
Fantastic acting. And when I get a character, there's no judgment. There's no, I don't worry about the flaws. I don't worry about the look or style of how that character might be perceived. I just become the character, or I depict the character in an honest way, and I leave it on the screen and see what happens, and I don't worry about how the audience or how other people might take my portrayal. I can only do what I feel is right for the character, and I think a lot of actors, actors out there, it's not that it's their fault, but they're looking at acting not just as how do I portray truthfully this character, but how is this going to help my brand? How is this going to make sure I can get another movie, or I can get a TV show? How can I sell liquor? How can I get a clothing line? I can't worry about that. I just worry about the certain thing of integrity and respect that I have for the written word and somebody else's hard work. The writer's an artist too, and my job is to bring that writer's vision to life, not worry about how can I excel my career off of somebody else's vision. So we combine. I'm very collaborative, and I just have a lot of respect for everybody all the pieces matter, and everybody, when you put a movie out there or a TV show out there, that's a lot of people's individual dreams coming together to create something magical. And you know, and we learned that from the theater company. It takes a lot to get a show up, and everybody puts in their 2 cents and is passionate about their 2 cents. And I can't steal somebody's 2 cents. I gotta share it. And you know, I think that's just, you know, that's the best way I can articulate it. I don't know.
And what about theatre? Do you want to go back? Have you done some?
I haven't. And the last theater I did was a View from 151st Street. I played at the Public Theater as a part of the lab.
With mums?
With mums,
yes,
high school.
I did come and see that.
Thank you, yeah.
Yes,
I think I played a junkie in that.
I think you did, yes.
I did. Can we play? I get ha, ha, ha every day. I get ha, ha, ha. Yes.
Yes, I know. Do you ever think those stereotypes will fall away?
Of course, it takes artists. That's what artists do. I think that's one of the purposes of art and artists is to change people's thought process. I mean, Michael K. Williams. You know, the 2 roles. The scary thing about The Wire, the 2 roles that were the scariest to portray for a black actor was the junkie and the gay, the homosexual, because they used to be the kiss of death. If you did that role, you would not work again. But if you do, you know, Michael K's, you know, performance was brilliant, and you didn't care anymore whether he wanted to fight you or fuck you. You didn't care. You just loved the character. Fight or fuck me, I don't care. I love Omar. I want to whistle. You know. And with Bubbles, it wasn't about, you know, the snitch character was like one of the most hated characters in, you know, black culture. The snitch.
The snitch.
And for some reason, they were just feeling bad for Bubbles because they knew.
But as I said, because you brought that humanity, you brought that depth, you brought that complexity. You didn't. Yes, you're listening to www.radiolily.com.